And what I'm going to talk to you about now is how the design has been dealing, design research, education and practice has been dealing with sustainability in the course of the year. So what happened? First of all, we will see that the role of the design has been increasing in the time, and this is very interesting and important, especially for us, for you. And we will see the evolution of this. At the beginning, we were speaking about low environmental impact material and energy. Then we moved to the design of a product with a low environmental impact. Then to eco-efficient product service systems, so the mix of product and services that are at the same time environmentally and economically efficient. And then more recently, we move up to the socio-ethical dimension of sustainability, so design for social equity and cohesion. And we will make a state-of-the-art of this. And to conclude, I would like to say something about the aesthetic of sustainability, as I told you. It's a huge discussion that could be that. It's not so easy, but there are a few things that I would like to tell you. What is my thought about that, okay? Maybe this is something that we will encounter during your design exercise, and so we will have further discussion about it. So, increasing role of design for sustainability. First of all, it's good to look at the approaches of humankind in relation to sustainability in the course of the history. So, at the beginning, the intervention were, after we had a damage. So a process made a damage, okay? So we pollute a lake, we go there and we depollute the lake. So it was downstream. Then we start to intervene on processes. So we start to speak about clean technology. So let's not make those technology that pollute the lake that we would need to depollute. Then we move more upstream at the level of a product or a service. Let's design those products and services, either a product or a services, that don't need those technology that would pollute the lake that we would need to depollute. So more upstream. Even more recently, we move up to the consumption level. So we start to speak about sustainable consumption, which are those consumption partners that don't need those products, that have those technology or processes that pollute the lake that we will need to depollute. So more upstream. And you get the point that this could be even much more effective. But this is telling something more or else that is very interesting for us as designers. Is this, that during the time, the role of the designer has increased. When we have to depollute a lake, not really up to us to go there to clean the lake, isn't it? When we have to speak about clean technology, again, technology is not really the place in which we, really find technology. Maybe sometimes, yes, we can give some input, but not really. When we move up to the level of designing product or services, yes, maybe we are a bit egocentric, but we are not out of the game. We are there, okay? And when speaking about the cultural dimension, we are there as well. Sometimes I like to say that the designer is a kind of a hinge between the productive sector and the user. When we are speaking about that, definitely the designer has to interpret the consumption habits or the latent demands or this kind of things, okay? So this shows that during the time there has been an increase into that, because there is an emphasis on prevention and on the socio-cultural dimension. So there is a role and responsibility up to these two levels. One is the technical definition, so that technically either the product, the service, or the mix of the product or services are environmentally or socio-ethically sustainable, are really, we can taste that we design really well, that these are really sustainable. And as we said before, even in terms of the attractiveness of this solution that we propose. Because we need not only radical innovation or innovation that are more sustainable, but we need these to be perceived as better solution than the others, so that these substitute the unsustainable solution. But the question mark is, said that there is an increase, that we have a role. What really the design knows about design for sustainability, or the design community in general? Designer, design researcher, and design educators, as I am. And here I present you as an example, this is a cardboard seat design and that has been designed recently. Do you think that this is with a low environmental impact? Yes and no? You can even ask, is there a question? No? Why?
I heard that it's not very, that it needs a lot of energy to produce this pad, well, this stronger paper. And on the other hand, it's something that it's thrown away, maybe when it's used, but actually it could be recycled, so maybe, I don't know.
It could be recycled, it doesn't consume that much energy, I can tell you.
Okay.
Yes, but maybe it is something that can be sustainable, but it's not a real change. I mean, you cannot use that kind of chair in everywhere. So it's one product, but you have to see like for where it's sold, like, I don't know if it's really a change, sustainable.
Someone else? Please.
Isn't it convenient to have a more durable product instead of something that I can recycle but anyway using energy and resources every time?
It has been designed to be a low environmental impact product. I show you another example. This is a Savoranola seat in walnut wood. So far it has 500 years lifespan. It has not been designed with any concern about the environment, not at all. But if we compare in relation to time and function, what happened is that if you sit there on a cardboard seat, if you are bending like this, it will resist till the end of the lecture. Maybe Vezzoli lecture for hours now. So it doesn't last that much, okay? So one single cardboard chair, definitely it's a recycled material, maybe there is no glue. The processes are not that energy consuming compared to others, okay? To make the food, I mean, it's a recycled material, so the single chair has this impact, this a low impact. The other one maybe is higher, but you have to consider in relation to the fact that you have to be seated there to listen to the lecture. So in relation to the time and the function, this is a key point, key issue in design for sustainability. We will come to this even later. So since you have to be there, another chair has to be produced, transported there, and then the other disposed, and blah 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 blah. So the beginning is here, but then when the time is going, the one is here, and the other one goes here. So a cardboard seat is the worst example of a product to be with a low environmental impact. It's not with a low. A single, yes. In a life cycle, yes. But in relation to the functional unit, to the function, it is not. So you could say, oh, it's too expensive and maybe it's not that comfortable. There are other chairs, like this of Herman Miller. Okay, it may cost something more than the cardboard seat, but it lasts, they give you a warranty of 12 years, so you can use it. Anything happen, you will have it for the 12 years, so maybe at the end it will cost less than a cardboard seat for 12 years, definitely more comfortable. And though the impact of this, it is higher than the cardboard seat, a single one, in the course of the year, the things change, okay? And this has been designed with a high concern on the environment. So I give you another example. This is a pen made of biodegradable material, so it's coming from a cornstarch, biodegradable and renewable, it regrows. Is this with a low environmental impact, please?
I have a question to the slide before.
Yes.
The plastic chair.
This one?
And do they guarantee to send you a new one for 12 years?
Yes.
So is it sustainable if they produce just another one if your own one is?
We will come to this because this is a key point of SPSS. If they guarantee you, so let me anticipate this, okay. If you guarantee this for 12 years, what do you think Herman Miller is going to design?
A chair which survives
That
12
it
years.
will never be destroyed,
Yeah.
okay? That it's easy to be worn out part to be, okay? For economic reasons. These are some first point that we will get, please?
Yeah, maybe you're gonna come to it later, but if you build a chair that holds together forever, you're not gonna be able to sell more chairs. Isn't that a problem as well?
Yes, if you're selling chair, okay. And we will come to that. Good. Oh, wow. That's good. Two good points. Remember this. And we will come even into this presentation of the state of the art, lively. Just saying like a few things. But this will be really the core. We will go into deep of the understanding of this. But I'm very happy that you guys. So if I can go on, because then it will be night in the evening for me. I like that you are very interactive. This is very nice. But I'm afraid that you will be too tired. So this pen. What about? It's either the material is either renewable and biodegradable.
It can be low impact, but I really don't know how is the process. Like today, you talk about how many water you need to for this corn and stuff. So all depends in how is that
Yes.
production.
Shouldn't
That-
be like the same of the chair, like because no one like keeps the pen when it's over. So after like 2 weeks, they will need other pens.
Something like this. Something like this. And well, this has been designed to be with a low environmental impact. Again, let me make another example. A Mont Blanc, okay, a famous pen, very expensive, whatever. And this again has not been designed with any environmental concern, but it's if it is my father, my grandfather, I would take it, so it will last very long in time for sure. And technically, it works very very well. The other one is a biodegradable material for sure. I'm too English. After a while, it's all, So it won't resist. It's biodegradable, but for the same reason, it doesn't resist that much. And then you said, okay, it's going to be composted. You think that you have to take the ink out. If not, it's spoiling the compost that is going there. Is anyone going to take this out and to put it into? Come on, this is not going to happen. So neither that value, believably, it will happen. It's not designed to help achieve this process. And then the other pen has, the ink. You can pump the ink inside, and so it's really has been designed a lot of time ago, many years ago. But it is still nowadays a product that is with a low environmental compared to a product that has been designed and is in every. When I go to they invite me to some conference to make some keynote speech about this. They offer me this pen, and I start to say, yes, sorry, but this pen is not really the most. Sorry, I don't want to offend anyone, but I take this opportunity to tell you that, etc., etc.